Hi everyone, so I'm going to keep this kind of brief. As many of you will know, I took a year off from Harvard last year after my sophomore year. Went to work on some projects, but mostly I just wanted to grow up as a person. Then of course, COVID hit. Things went a little bit crazy over this year. And just this past week, Harvard has announced its plans for the fall. All classes are going to be administered online, and though about 40% of the student body is going to be welcomed back to campus, I will not be among that portion invited. And I shouldn't be. I'm not a first year student and I don't rely on campus for academic or personal reasons, right? I don't even think I would go back to campus if I could. Not to mention the visa issues. ICE just announced that they're not going to be allowing students on F1 visas, student visas, be going to America for online school. That's what I, as a Canadian, would be doing. Just all sorts of factors which are leading me to not go back to Harvard, in person at least. The question really remains whether or not I will be taking courses. That is, should I take online classes or should I take more time off? Those are my two options. To be honest, I'm still undecided. There are really big benefits and really big drawbacks to both of these. The benefit to taking online classes is that I get my degree done, and I actually have a number of classes which I think might be beneficial to take digitally. These are primarily computer science, math classes, which might be able to, benefit from being able to pause, rewind, slow down. Having worked through classes like this in a lecture video format in the past because of scheduling conflicts, which prevented me from attending in-person lectures, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be just fine taking these classes from an academic perspective. But of course, this misses what is, in my opinion, the major value add of college in general, and that is the interpersonal, the informal experiences that you have. And this is really the best part of Harvard, is being able to have meals and talk with really smart, interesting, passionate people. Everyone that you're bumping into, talking to at parties, at whatever, they're cool people. And you have really awesome conversations, and those conversations help you grow a lot as a person. So it kind of sucks that I would be spending one of my semesters, probably 2, away from that. It's just, time that I just won't get back. And so that's the argument for taking more time off. At the end of the day, the way that it's kind of worked out in my head, I want to go back to school. I want to knock these classes out. And so if the finances work out, which we're not sure yet if they will, because Harvard hasn't announced this financial aid decision, then I'll be going to online classes, and I'll be living somewhere up here in Canada, which is kind of fun. I'll move somewhere other than Montreal because my lease ends here, and we'll see. Maybe I'll be with some friends, some really cool people, and get those interpersonal experiences that way. That'd be really nice. But the finances side of things, like I said, is still as of yet to be determined. So Harvard has announced that they're going to be charging full tuition, but this doesn't really tell the entire story. Most of Harvard students, myself included, are on a form of financial aid, which covers the vast majority of tuition. And so really the question is the cost of living plus the cost of tuition after aid going to be really big? So they have announced that they will be giving an allowance of some form for room and board. So in theory, it might actually be much cheaper to attend online classes, and then the difference would be made up of rent and groceries. That's what I'm hoping for. And in that case, I will take online classes. But if it doesn't work out like that, and it looks like I'm going to be paying more for online classes than I would for an in-person semester after including rent and groceries and utilities, etc., I'm not going to do it, and I'm going to take more time off. So that's kind of where I stand right now. If the finances work out, I'll go back. If they don't, I'll stay on a year off. I don't really have a bad option here. I'm okay with either one. I'd rather go back to school. But if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I'll make the most of time off, as I've been able to do this year. But yeah, I thought I'd update you all on kind of where my head's at with this uncertainty since this was all announced this week, as well as to clear some of the air around like Harvard charging full tuition, which I think is stupid. I think they should have had a tuition reduction 100%. But it's not going to be like I'm paying $50,000 for online classes. I haven't been doing that. I wouldn't have been able to do that for the previous years, and this year is no exception to that. So yeah, that's kind of the situation that I'm in. I'm sure a lot of you, my audience is a large part students. I'm sure a lot of you are in similar boats. I feel very lucky in that I have no bad option. I don't have the option that I was looking forward to the most. I was really looking forward to seeing friends and being back in classes, and it really bums me out that I didn't get to say goodbye to a number of people who now I don't know when I'm going to see them next. That sucks. But I'm in a privileged spot here, you know, and I recognize a lot of people are in really tricky situations, and there's a lot of things that I want to say. You know, I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're being good to yourself if you're in that boat. You know, understand that the emotions which come along with this uncertainty right now are normal. Having these negative emotions, it's understandable. It's expected in a sense. You can't blame yourself for that. You can't feel weak because of that. It is normal to be feeling this right now. You're not alone. There's people out there that care about you, that want to see you succeed, want to see you do well. I'm one of those people, and there's plenty of people like me that are cheering for you here. So be good to yourselves. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe, most of all. You know, as much as I'm disappointed that I won't be going back to campus, I'd be really scared if I was being, you know, forced back in classrooms with people and the pandemic's still running around. I'd be scared. I would be. And so in a sense, you know, as disappointing as this is, it's the least bad option for me. And I hope that you're able to also make some least bad decisions here. It's kind of where things are. But I don't want to be the person that, you know, grow from this. But there's lessons to be learned here. There are lessons to be learned. And I'm not saying I've learned them all, because I've not. But I just want you to know that it's okay for things to suck. Be good to yourselves. Stay safe. Be kind to yourselves and to one another. And let's ride this out, you know? So thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to like, comment. Reach out to me on Instagram, @thejohnfish. Love to hear from you. Take it easy. See you soon.